Dire team ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick. Fnatic's turn to pick.
Hello everybody and welcome back to your coverage of the Southeast Asian Division of the Dota Pit Season 4 by G2A. I'm Toby1 here with the illustrious Blitz, as we are going to be doing the one and only series today. We had 4 yesterday.
10 seconds remaining.
Best 2-game series. 2-game series. We get 3 points for a full win. It's the same system as TI in the major group stages, so 3 points for a full win, 1 point for a draw. We can actually quickly have a look at this too. So Fnatic is actually on top of the board with 4 points after their 1 win and their 1 draw, their draw being yesterday. And Trust had themselves a little bit of a rough run yesterday, so they actually ended up getting 2-0'd. So they are currently sitting at the bottom next to First Departure. But let's get ourselves inside the draft because that's already underway. And we can see how it's all unfolding. Trust go again once more for this slaughter play.
5 seconds remaining.
ADTR.
Pain. Dire team ban.
Correct.
Fnatic's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
From Signature.Trust tells us
Fnatic's turn to ban.
Stuff happened by himself. Not 100% sure.
10 seconds remaining.
On a game in the qualifiers, player on the end.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
well, for our sake, I'm hoping he's not 1-0-0. And again, that's not really a bad thing, is it?
It was for them at the time. Wait, I think he was actually 0-0.
A complete non-involvement pack.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you at least a little bit about ADTR. Fnatic. He's played a grand total of 2 heroes in his 4 games he stood in. He played 2 Gyrocopter games the first time around, and then he played 2 Wraith King. Second time around, he's actually one of the few people I've ever seen buy an Agadim Scepter. He's Wraith King.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
They kind of pushed the boundaries of what.
Dire team pick.
Dazzle.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
I don't necessarily agree.
Sorry, I'm just double checking because we're a little bit low. Blame capitalist and Turka. They were in the studio last night. Easy to blame.
Ten seconds remaining.
Try to see if ADTR does actually stay in it. He wasn't playing bad. He actually played really good number 1.
Disruptor.
Problem
Dire team pick.
felt like they were. I'm not saying that. Kind of like Bernie style, where he's
Huskar.
style
Fnatic's
right now,
turn
anyway.
to ban.
It's kind of funny you say that after his performance 2 days ago, because he did play for Fnatic 2 days ago. He played a win range of mid. His rotations were
10
perfectly
seconds
on the mark. He is actually like 8-0-6 about
5
20 minutes
seconds
into the game.
remaining.
Player.
Reserve time.
Yeah.
And off the sea. Fairly decent. I definitely do. For some reason, Fnatic, they're just not doing. Yeah, they completely.
It's crazy when you look at also the players you've got there. Like these players, they've won
Dire
before.
team
We
back.
always have to remember what happened to Orange back at I believe it was TI3 that ended up happening.
Yeah, they could have won the whole thing. Not
Yep.
for that Aegis and I
Okay,
don't
wait.
know what their limit was. Least finish. That was really a turning.
10 seconds remaining.
Never forget. Never forget.
Saw them after
5 seconds remaining.
in a while, so one of their players.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
It really is crushing. Like if you lose to better play, like it's was Cinder always says, as long as I played my best, I'm okay walking away with a loss.
Yeah.
But without it, yeah, it's painful. Let's look at our draft, man, because we're down to our last couple of bans and picks. So everything was pretty much standard, especially from Fnatic. They played almost this exact
10
draft.
seconds remaining.
Yesterday, actually 2 days ago, when they ran their Gyros.
5
And Signature.Trust are going to
seconds
answer
remaining.
back with popular hero against Gyro, the Huskar.
The
Reserve
are
time.
just hard counter. Starcopter is not hard hitting. Actually, almost rocket rock.
10 seconds remaining.
Black cannon cut
Templar Assassin.
Dire team pick.
line on it. Build into. Huskar thrives against. And the Shaker Disruptor don't really. One issue with. Yeah, Huskar.
10 seconds remaining.
At that point, it's
5 seconds remaining.
Are you locked into actually running Huskar in the mid lane? Because I know you want to get only levels on him, but
Reserve
you're still
time.
running a Queen of Pain in your draft.
no, you're not. Oh, I just mean it. EA is
Alchemist.
deceptively. Fraction, you think any ability like
They last pick up an Alchemist. I think long are the days where we were running support Alchemists. So we have to look towards the Quap or the Slaughter to actually move into that support role.
really just interested. Fnatic have to be feeling.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we got rid of the.
5 seconds remaining.
I mentioned this to you before we started. Like Mushi disappeared 2 days ago, and that was when Black was still playing for Fnatic. Ended up 2-0, and then they go into their game yesterday, and they had a lot of hiccups in their second game, causing it to end up being a 1-1. And life was not simple for them. They actually ended up having a base race contest at the end of the day. Things were really not secure for them yesterday. I'm interested to see if they can just get that out of their minds as well. Not just with the way their team functions, but with everything else.
You have somebody that you trust. Probably trust it. all against Fnatic. Line tank. You're looking at Fnatic. Or Dazzle.
30 seconds to battle.
Endpoint, you probably try to get lineup. Have that much wave. On a carry.
So how do you approach this if you're Fnatic? Do you look at Signature.Trust and say, okay, well, we're going to hit this timing when we're strong against them? Or does it have to almost come down to get the TA early momentum and then use the disruptor to catch someone out of position and just go kill by kill by kill?
Hate the gyrocopter. Possibly can. They're
already starting on middle lane. MyPro being attacked. DJ's coming in for the courier, however, and that might be even a bigger thing. It didn't have the bottle on it. The bottle was already delivered to the Alchemist, but it still stops the ferrying of MyPro.
not too bad, but full lead. Morale thing. Sometimes, if I lose my courier in a game like this,
there's just no way back after that.
Yeah.
When you're an Alchemist, just bounty room, and you're already ahead.
absolutely make.
So ADTR is now getting support from DJ, so DJ after doing his work in the mid. He's at the bottom to keep the Queen of Pain out, and between the Quap as well as the Slaughter, they've actually managed to find a lot of CS. The Slaughter is actually the highest CSer on the board, even above that of the TA. If you're not counting the denies of Mushi. But they've got actually a lot of action coming on bottom lane. There's Jab running forward towards DJ. He'll get that crush off, but he's losing a lot of life to do this. DJ, he's actually going to drop at the end of the day. And the Queen of Pain, with that kill, finds herself a level, so she's able to blink herself away to safety. But not so lucky, so ends up being a 1-for-1 trade-off, but Trust get the bonus goal at the start.
Oh, that's pretty fantastic for Blood, which is...
MyPro might be... okay.
No. Actually gonna make down. Out of regen anyways, and able to deny the runes. That was
something like a haste room Mushi would have been running off to find that kill on the Alchemist. That might have also been the secondary hope. This top lane for Ohio, he actually hasn't found much of anything. Mikasa's been really zoning him out nicely. And this is with the pull camp being blocked. You have a level 1 Earthshaker when you block the pull camp.
a lot of killing. IO though. Gonna block this.
Rotating more support into middle lane, so Signature.Trust now walking around with 3 heroes in the middle lane. DJ is going to come to give a bit of a hand, but if they're trying to slow down Mushi, he's already got a hell of a lot from the start of this, but with Queen of Pain, can't get close enough, and there's no concoction of Herbal as well from MyPro. They don't really have a stun lockdown. Even if they did have that, they needed to fight within the sentry wall they planted in the mid, and Mushi's just not giving them the opportunity.
Well, good job. The lane. Saw Mushi. Twice signature.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Want to help out the Alk, but with that bounty, done such a good job.
Wow, Huskar actually took out the Earthshaker. I shouldn't be that surprised with a level 5 Huskar. He's waiting for the bottom lane to try and initiate with that blink as well as Shadow Strike onto ADTR. Crush gonna miss from jab, however. And Ned's round the back. She went up for 2 points up in Splinter Blast, so there's no Cold Embrace to protect the Gyrocopter, or give him just that passive regeneration either. EA, throw that lane. They'll now work with DJ. So the Splinter Blast in. Jab takes a lot of damage. They do actually have that point up in Glimpse, so they'll drag back the Slaughter. And with the Rocket Barrage, they find the kill. Queen of Pain trying to find a revenge kill over on the Gyro. The level 2 Shadow Strike, but now that Cold Embrace is leveled up for Ned after the kill.
That mirrors.
Going to see.
On it. Blade Mushi's gonna. Not even gonna.
Mushi's also got a lot of flash farm behind him, so even if you kill him, you're not going to slow down his progress. And if you don't kill him, then he just gets so far ahead. He's already sitting at the highest net worth, just shy of 3k. 6 minutes in. Not really being contested, even with the rotating supports coming in. But it's a triple stack sitting in front of his jungle at the moment that he can take.
They are rotating with this.
And now he actually blinked himself into the Roche pit to try and help out here, but Mikasa being pushed back out again. Mushi's arriving, and yep, he doesn't have great, which means Mushi can finish the job. One more attack should do it, and there she goes. The rest of Signature.Trust retreating down through the river. You do have that blink off cooldown for the Queen of Pain, and Fnatic are just assuming he blinked out of the pit. But instead he hangs around. So only one hero lost for Trust. They actually managed to engage.
That was not a good engagement. Only have a level 2000 out, but we talked about it. Have a stack back mechanic. There's like a double stack in the jungle. Not enough. Why is being leveled? What to around, but oddly time.
Going to try.
That's 2 levels done that he's not even gonna get.
In fact, ADTR is going to turn around, throw out the call down, and with Mypro being glimpsed back in, Jam actually walked back into the middle of the fight. And now he's going to run himself away, but the wall comes up from DJ, just getting out of it in time, but the Fissure, Ohio's rotation timing, absolutely perfect. Helps out, and Lakel's now arrives. He's 1-0-0 on his Huskar. He's going to find absolutely nothing from Fnatic. They already just bail out of here. In fact, they give DJ the space on top, realizing the Huskar's left.
Had a pretty lot they got off. Now things have around post. They're alchemists. When have you ever had
Very rarely.
yeah, that's
also because Fnatic have been doing a fantastic job of rune control.
no, they have. They've denied all the when Ohio went for that box top, they made them all the way around. Anyway, part of what forced out and a Pain and Dazzle and Alchemist here. Now the Alchemist is
Radiant's
got
bottom
an
tower
inefficient
is under attack.
levels of unstable. Quite there, not a lot of levels of acid spray. Game is just kind of gone.
So their ancients get scouted out. They can't take enough of the Radiant jungle to really make that time out of the lane worth it. Gonna find a happy place if you're a Trust fan at the moment, because Net's also rotating into the mid. He wants to try and combine. They're gonna need that Fissure from Ohio to give them the advantage, and get that, they'll need to also go into the flight. So with Arctic Burn from Net, and he'll see everything. And in fact, ADTR is also going to be here. There's your Fidget on the Queen of Pain. She'll still have enough time to blink out of here. As Mikasa will TP himself in. Alchemist also arriving in the front lines, and Trust are bringing everyone, or at least they were. They cancel the TP on the top lane of the Slaughter. I think that was actually, DJ did that. He glimpsed him. So Jab is unable to TP out. Now DJ puts the wall down as well as the ulti and actually fights the Slaughter face to face underneath the tier 1 tower. Mushi will arrive, claim the kill. So Trust are initially forced to rotate into the middle lane, and then Fnatic just capitalized on the top after great play by DJ.
Really starting to spiral out of control, but it's okay right now. Like, as weird as that sounds, I have a lot of different options. R plus combination, incredibly powerful. Can't really discuss Trust or Signature.Trust's lineup until they get that item. They get a few of their items, their Huskar becomes an online tank. If they lose the fight after that, then probably just gonna till that point. I mean, yeah, their entire lineup is on the Huskar, and
you're right. It could be 100 times worse. It's just because things haven't been working. It's just like one thing after another just seems to be going wrong for Signature.Trust. But the one thing which is going right is the one thing which is going underneath the radar. Power of Lakel's, the ability for Alchemist to recover. I mean, I think the biggest spanner in the works is going to be that Templar assassin. If they can keep her down or kill her off, then the Huskar can actually do his work. Because there's not a lot of damage against him at that point.
You don't want to be a TA that's frontlining again. How does it Dazzle? Dazzle plays perfect, and it's gonna be near one out of this play. Back, not as many graves as possible. Why, you know, 11 minutes. I think with the medallion up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Yeah, I was gonna say with this medallion up, I think you can.
With the Dazzle being sent all the way back to the fountain, maybe not so. The Husk had a great time. He actually forced a TP from the Wyvern all the way back to fountain from his tier 2 tower. So if he didn't do that, he would have died because he had to cold embrace himself as well as use his wand charges inside his own fountain to survive. Burning spears. Lakel's just getting more and more space. Now he comes to the middle lane to find more and more farm.
Up. Now should be steps forward.
Actually, they can kill her higher now. They're ready for it. DJ walks in and then gets a scalp, gets a double ulti off of Mikasa as well. Sniper straight away. There's no chemical rage and Ohio's Echo Slam hits at the perfect time, giving the extra damage to the Disrupt to pick up the double kill. The Sonic Wave from Female. He comes back in for a bit of revenge, killing off that gyrocopter and saving the life of the Slaughter. And Lakel's turn on the armor, not even turning on the armor just yet. Now he dives under the tower. And this is some quick kills in succession for Signature.Trust. Even with a great disruptor ulti like that, which basically deleted the Alchemist, they still come out on top.
Els just sets himself on fire. Michael Jordan dunks on him. Nothing that he can do without mana or fight. That wasn't that great for Fnatic. The objectives, they lost their support.
Radiant's top tower is
Their
under
Urshik
attack.
sacrifice there was.
And a little bit of farm for Mushi on bottom, but that's not even enough now. I can finish this Desolator, but we're looking 13, 14 minutes in when he's been taking stacks and ancient stacks as well.
Yeah, pretty decent. 5. This is why I'm telling you, Toby. Gotta Kevin Rife with this game. If anything, fine position. Net worth. But like one. Go for the Roshan at some point. 5-man machine. Want that Fnatic.
Dire's top tower
Got
is
your
under
primary
attack.
damage dealer. Hells could eat a lot. Have Ardar that just amplify damages on top of him.
Not really a lot. They don't have that sustain.
Dire's top
Kind of
tower
just need
is
the
under
instant
attack.
nuke. Have it where Huskar is just the sole man living there, and MoPro is going to get dragged back over at the moment, and then TP out. He should be out in time, but it's Ohio, as you said, burning up. The
Dire's
Alchemist.
bottom
hit bash?
tower is under attack.
Was optimistic. Nowhere close to his point. Level 7, that's less levels than the...
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's also because he died, and then the Disruptor managed to pick himself up a double kill. So he gained a lot of experience from that. Mushi and DJ, they're up way too far. MyPro's going to come in for the stun. At the same time, Fnatic can't get his. The support's still there from the Queen of Pain. Mushi starting his TP out, realizing the jab is not there. So Mushi, capable of TPing back to base, and will survive both the Urn and that Shadow Strike.
They're gonna give up Roach stuff. The thing that I was so worried about, that it's not even really the main objective. Force him out because it's on him
Dire's
far
top
away.
tower
When
is
there's
under
an
attack.
amplified damage plus Solar Crest, this on. Now this is where the game starts. Kells will get an Aegis. 5 man behind him. You've got a Slaughter that has a Blink Dagger almost full now.
Dire's top tower has
The point of the
fallen.
lineup, the laning phase have to go well. The Alchemist is not going to be playing that Radiant style that we see. It's meant to be a utility. Sorry, is the centerpiece of this.
My thing is too, like, Fnatic, you picked the gyro so early on. They telegraphed what they were going to do. Like, if you did this like a fair few months ago, like we're talking 4 or 5 months ago, it would be the same kind of reaction of like, well, okay, beware of the Huskar, but they didn't ban him out in the second phase, they just let him through.
Here, because it's a hero that pick it in the right situation. Kind of like the Brood. Very rare. It's not one of those carries that super. A lot of physical damage. He just does have the Deso complete, but kind of just get hard countered by the fact that Alchemist has. Slaughter just gets on top of you. Got 1 or 2 abilities that are. Scar plus
Dire's
Slaughter
bottom tower is under attack.
kind of rips through.
Yeah.
Doesn't have something like the Grave.
Because both the supports, like, what have you got? You got Wyvern, and maybe that is where we look to next. Maneuverability of Net. Getting into something maybe like a Blink Dagger means Disruptor will have to sacrifice whatever else he wants to build into. Even then, he might be looking for a Blink Dagger of his own. That's what DJ preferred to go for the other day. Actually killing up the top lane, but I'm going to stick with Lakel's players. He's going to life break himself down towards DJ, and DJ, he has no chance of surviving that at all. Lakel's is already looking for his next target. Mushi has to back up, but with Female right behind him, he can... Okay, he can't blink forward. He tried to go for the Shadow Strike, but was too far away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Fnatic are all split on the map. Surprising when you line up that. Have to do these lineups that now feature around that fact.
How long can you do this? So the longer you do this, the stronger the Archivist is going to get. Yeah, he started off with a pretty nerf build.
Dagger and Dazzle. Successful at this top lane. Done such a good job of fighting this. Baited the enemy. Now they're gonna get out. It's surprising that Sig have lost 2 heroes.
Doesn't look like they're trying to get out. It looks like they're trying to actually take over the Dire jungle and keep Trust out. By doing so, they really isolate Mushi. And now, well, there's your initiation. The Blink Crush, that'll hold Mushi in position. And now, well, yeah, Lakelis does the rest of the work. Brought in Dust as well over on the Queen of Pain. The Templar Assassin will drop.
Dire's top tower.
Fnatic are trying to fight up on this top lane. No Dire Observer Ward watching their exact position, but there was one on the cliffside that saw that movement up to the top lane.
I'm about to get ahead.
Yeah, he's got the money for it already. Damn, this Huskar's fast. It almost feels impossible. Like, what happens if Alchemist then starts giving Solar Crest to the Huskar when he jumps in?
That is the That's the crux of the situation now for Fnatic. Talking about the Crest, but I'm more worried about the Dazzle. Look for pickoffs. Hide around the Huskar game. Earthshaker gets a dagger onto the Dazzle. But it's not going to matter at this point.
Dire's top tower is under
Or the Huskar says, screw it, I've got the halberd, we've got a whole lot of high ground.
Radiant structures
Not a lot of wave
fortified.
side of Fnatic either.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're gonna be careful of that. That Aegis of the Immortals only got 50 seconds left, so Lakel's can't play too aggressive once he hits the 2020 on the clock.
Radiant's middle tower has
So he really doesn't care. Jab might find Ohio up in this top lane. Feymal's already blinked himself forward. Blink's only level 2, so it's taking him some time to get there, and Ohio quickly responded with the Echo Slam, but now he's used a one-man Echo Slam. The concoction will connect, and Ohio gets destroyed. No way to get back, and again, this Blink Dagger of his gets delayed.
Scar's so funny to watch. He's just running at people. He knows his team is barrel down through all the Fnatic have to do right now is go every lane that you pop as much as you can.
Radiant's top tower
Building
is
towards
under
that one
attack.
big fight where you have as
Radiant
much
structures
built up
are
as
fortified.
decide to go for this
Dire's bottom tower is
or
under
for the
attack.
5-man at top like or the putting a lot of experience
Radiant's top tower is
entirely going up to Scar. Gonna get ahead on the
Wow.
Fnatic.
Dire's structures
Be a little
are
more
fortified.
aggressive there, my pro. Sorry, he blinked almost to the tier 2 tower while the Huskar was bailing out. The crush on bottom lane, Mushi getting caught. He's amplified up, and can they reach him? Look for a bash, won't get it. Low percentage chance, % chance. Gotta stop that TP.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Scar is getting another item flying. Plate mail.
Just when you feel just so overconfident, I'd say, is there any reason to get something like a Shivas and slow down the TA and just say screw it, AC is the way to go for the Huskar?
Definitely go for the AC.
Yeah, I'm just...
The only high ground hero, so come on, man.
I don't even know why I went there. I'm like, yeah, let's watch him use that mana pull on inner vitality only. Lakel's gonna jump down. The curse will go out, but Ohio's got no response to this, and he's already burning out from both Urn and the burning spears. DJ will get a nice ulti, but Lakel's, he doesn't care. He sits in the middle of it and just shrugs it off, and then jumps forward. The cross will be an 80 TR as well. Fnatic, they're gonna lose everything. Mushi's here to fight too. They brought their whole kit caboodle. It's a triple kill for Lakel. And you might almost just want to call GG from here as Jab has managed to blink down to DJ. The life breaks off cooldown for Lakel's. MyPro's going to blink to go for the stun. And DJ, well, he'll be beaten down by the Alchemist. Lakel just sits there and watches evilly.
Yeah, this is... I
Radiant's top
sounded
tower
worried
is
about the
under
early
attack.
game. I was just like, relax, Toby. It doesn't matter. This is the Huskar draft.
I think I'm affected by yesterday. I'm affected by Signature.Trust performance yesterday, where it looks like the draft is absolutely perfect, and then things just go wrong. They go horribly, horribly wrong. But it looks like in this case, Fnatic could dump the entire ability, every ability they have on top of Lakel's, and he would still survive.
Yeah, it's pretty funny watching Lakel's 5v1, and
Radiant's
then
middle tower is under
it gets there. They're not even that concerned. You're gonna solo kill 1v3 the Wyvern Gyro. You're okay.
Regeneration!
Now the question is, next Roshan, can you bend the high ground push? Paul says no.
I need a crystal ball for this one, man. This Huskar is so damn big. A full SMY is now completed as well on MyPro. I think he was trying to encourage Lakel's to go into the fights. Because he was blinking so aggressively that he hoped that he'd soak up everything Fnatic has got, so then Lakel's can walk in, but Lakel's kind of wants to get hit. He needs to be low to dish out this huge damage that he does.
And I said, how are you gonna kill the Alchemist without Radiant? Possible. You've got a hero like Slardar, meant to be a from. Because he's not immobile. Life break is not the ability that you want to use to...
So you want to up the AC, get a blink dagger over on the Huskar or something?
No.
Didn't even need
That's
that.
Slardar. All the initiate.
Oh, the blink blindly from jab. He tried to find DJ, but ended up just going the wrong direction for that one.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top tower where Signature.Trust currently getting attacked. Mikasa's going to be the one to TP in. I don't know if he knew the DJ wasn't there or not, but he really loves TPing on top of towers in front of the enemy lineup. Mushi, what do you want to do, man? My pro now shows himself on the bottom lane. This is the closest he'll ever come to a pick-off, and it's almost an impossible one at that.
You're not. Solo crested up.
Yep.
Get a BKB.
Dire's top tower
Is a
under
BKB
attack.
even going to be enough? Like,
No.
he's going to finish it. He needs to have the Monkey King bar as well, so he can inflict some damage.
And then they need a lot of items on there.
Top lane, here they go. The Blink Echo over on 2. Jab and McAllister caught out. And no way to reply. The TP will come in from MyPro, but he's there too late. Not a heavy commitment. The BKB from ADTR wasn't used. Ned still has his Blink Curse. Ohio, however, did have to commit the Echo Slam for this, but this buys now space for Mushi to finish his BKB. Obviously, there's still a Huskar on the field, but...
Dire's bottom tower is under
That
attack.
later. That, can I just say, we'll get to that mountain. Gonna have to just ignore play around him. He has an AC now, and Roche get real difficult. Fnatic, they just have to get out every little bit of fun.
Don't mind if I do.
Playing this right, Fnatic are floating around the map, they're trying to farm, but really getting kicked off. They're even securing the Dire jungle, which really didn't think it was a matter of can you kill the Alchemist. And
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
Star's got the second Aegis pick. He's got all the high ground items that he Solo Crest to Heaven, Salt Crest. No one is sniffing. So this is going to be dangerous
Dire's
part of
top
it.
tower is
Fnatic
under
can kind of
attack.
now hold without getting double axed. Get double MK.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You're thinking of a very, like, dreamlike scenario right now for Fnatic.
Trying to sort of myself, right? Trying to see how things.
Stop doing it, MacArthur! he TP'd himself on top of the tower. Now he can't help that. He's Slardar, who's going to go down. MyPro blinks forward, looking for the concoction. They go to the trees, but Ohio, protected by the cold embrace. Swords coming in from the Queen of Pain, but there's no Echo Slam, there's no Storm, but the curse is available. Buying time for Ohio just to TP himself away to safety. Meanwhile, Mushi farming bottom lane his Monkey King bar. Taking a little bit longer.
Self watch though.
top tower
He knows that 4 of his team off, one had died already. Doesn't even care. So the beauty of Huskar as a Dota hero.
Ohio's pretty much ready to go here, but then again, what's he do? Like, his Echo Slam's off cooldown in 10 seconds time. That'll be the only opportunity they've really got. Lakel's, he could get glimpsed back. There goes your fissure.
He's clearly alone.
Yep, he doesn't care.
Nope. Do it. Not gonna be able to do it.
ADTR doesn't have the damage. Mushi at least forces some TP rotations out of bottom lane. Blink Crush actually catching Mushi out. He's got Meld available, and do they have detection? Yeah, they got Dust. Mushi just BKBs, Meld strikes, and then actually wants to try and have a crack over a jab. Support coming in from Ohio, but he knows Mushi needs to find this kill. Can he survive the Echo Slam? Actually cancelling MyPro, so he ends up self-stunning himself, and now Mushi can go to work! He's gonna go down, and Mushi jumps forward, even grabbing the courier too! ADTR is in the neighborhood, and the rest of Signature.Trust were thinking about rotating over. Female had to move back, he was being chased by a homing missile, and Lakel's, he said he's not really maneuverable. Maybe BTs, it's time for that.
Good job of
Dire's
ignoring
bottom
him.
tower is under attack.
It's the right thing to do. Out of sight, out of mind. Like, the Huskar doesn't exist. Kill everybody else as much as you get jumped up.
Oh, Lakel's, he's gonna force it. He comes down, he sees Ohio, blink, it takes him so far down. Ohio, he'll TP out, but he should actually burn inside the base. 4 burning spears with the wand charges. Yeah, he's not gonna die, he'll stay alive. And DJ, okay, now the TP will happen. There's no stuns available. They could have committed Sonic Wave with the... It wasn't a guaranteed kill, so they held on to it.
Are playing this Huskar that they can't around the map as much as can. Get difficult for them to just 5-man group. When it comes down to a 5-man fight, if everybody from 6 sides, okay, Fnatic probably they're delaying the time. Fnatic, Signature.Trust way too long. Line. They have to deal with the constant split push. Mushi is continuously farming. Now he's got the demon edge. Like after that bottom engagement where he gets 2 kills, 1 on the alchemist, and then even sniping the courier, the game is kind of reset back into normal territory.
Oh, Gyrocopter. Yeah, that's a very quick kill. Neb blinked himself out to try and help out his teammate, and then realizes that's futile. At the same time, Ohio well caught behind the lines. And he'll end up going down too. Not quite sure exactly what that blink was from MyPro, but either way, it's still 2 heroes down for Fnatic.
Now this is where the punishment comes. Buff in 5.
Well, actually, maybe they can even go for Mushi. I'm just, okay, Mushi BKBs, melts, and then waits. Well, last time he did that, he actually attacked onto Jab, but he blinked and then went into an open area. So Jab saw him, even gets the 1 bash out. Sports rotating over. He's hoping the Jab won't find another bash, and hope will be successful. TA gets back to safety. And now only 1,200 gold away from having that MKB.
Real pressure starting now. Kells is just 5-man. Like, guys, ignore him. He's like, Mushi doing Mushi.
MyPro's coming.
Go, everybody come in.
MyPro, jumps over.
Oh,
Mushi will try and capitalize. It's like, he's playing bait. He's playing bait.
Hey, that definitely wasn't bait. He meant to stun somebody there.
If he committed too heavily, if he committed like that, the rage would heal him up. Lakellis just life breaks him, then jumps straight back out again. Ohio, he's actually got Blink Echo Slam. The issue is this acid spray keeping him out. So Trust has to be careful. Lakellis be dragged back again by the glimpse and held him by the wall, but there's no way Fnatic can initiate on him.
How hard do you want to go in for this right now? This was their best opportunity, but unfortunately, out might force say, okay, let's reset, but they're gonna in fact smoke up, pick off. If they could go really quickly with this Slaughter or this Alchemist.
There it is. They found the Gyrocopter. Sonic Wave's out too. Cold Embrace protecting the Gyrocopter for now. Still, the Burning Spear starting to stack up. Can they keep him alive? No, they cannot, but maybe there is a revenge here in the form of the Death of Slaughter. The Echo Stone from Ohio. No fissure available. They do bring down the Slaughter, but at the cost of the Earthshaker. Buyback coming now in from the Gyrocopter. Never Cold Embrace up and keep him alive, but Lakel's going in deep. Mushi now has to go one-on-one with the big-ass Huskar. There's just too much armor, even with the Melt Strike. He's still sitting over 30 armor. And Lakel's, how do you kill him? EJ has no ulti, you have no Earthshaker to do his control, and now MyPro comes in for another stun as ADTR. They really cannot afford to lose him. The Glimpse will drag the Huskar back, so ADTR has a little bit more room to breathe here, but Lakel's just keeps going. Mushi back to the front lines. With a rocket, they at least keep Lakel's locked in position for the moment, but the blink forward from Jab, making more space. MyPro, he goes in as well. The Sonic Wave is available and everyone's lined up. He'll only hit DJ, however, and the cooldown mopping up the Creep Wave, actually hitting into the back of both the Queen of Pain as well as the Dazzle, and Mushi is able to at least get the kill on the Dazzle, so there's no Shallow Grave, but there's just so much damage from Lakel's. The Mushi is no more, he has no buyback. Ohio's being chased down, but he'll get back out to safety, but Lakel's just too strong on the front lines. He just doesn't seem to be able to die, no matter how hard Lakel's tries.
That was their best opportunity to kill Lakel. He was pretty much isolated by himself with like a quarter of HP. Still weren't able to bring him down. At this point, the Fnatic have to kind of say, it doesn't even matter if he has Aegis or not, we can't kill him. They've got a Satanic on him now too. Have the best crowd control for him. You've got the Earthshaker Fissure and the Winter's Curse, but you can't burst him in period. Not against the Shallow Grave. Really don't understand what they're going to do with Huskar's team. He still has room to grow. Really look like he wants to stop. Need to pile on the items. This Alchemist dies really quickly, with one really good thing for that.
Disruptor might die even quicker. Whoops. Disruptor, he'll get the ulti off as well as Glimpse. Jab, he accidentally crushed before trying to blink. So, Disruptor gets to keep his life for now.
Okay, though. He didn't lose anything. Side, but Fnatic, they're playing it pretty well, but came to shove, you eventually had to fight the Huskar, and what they did went pretty miserably. And that's the strength of Huskar as a hero, is that sometimes he can just win a game 1v5 for you, regardless of how well your team plays. The team did not play perfectly around him by any stretch. They got picked off a lot. Fnatic did a really good job of rotating around the map, but it didn't quite matter because Huskar, this kind of game.
Yeah. Well, there is one thing, and I'm looking at it on Disruptor, potentially. If he gets Naganims, then you have no Satanic, you have no ability to armlet toggle. Like, that's one thing that can stop that growth he has.
You have to separate him from... You have to catch the Dazzle at the same time, though. They play this fight nearly perfectly. It all comes down to killing the Dazzle. They really haven't been able to do the fight. He's just got... Before you could kill him with physical damage, now you can't. 32 armor.
He's got 32 armor before we. Even then, like, you can look at the difference between them. When you start like looking at the armor, when you got amplification as well as the ability to have aggressive weaves, there's just nothing on Fnatic. This 14 armor of Templar Assassin just gets stripped away, so she can't stand to fight either. And now Roshan, like, he stands no chance. Cheese will go to the Alchemist. Diego Simol is again back in the hands of the Huskar. Even though he seems to be more of the immortal one, I'm surprised they gave it to him.
Sure, double lock.
It's gonna get off this hill. Gets through the Observer Ward in time, and no one from Trust can reach him. But there's that Aghanim Scepter now on for the Disruptor. Actually, did he sell? I think he sold off some items to get to that.
Got rid of his arc. And
Radiant's bottom tower.
So they're gonna smoke, and then try and attack from a different angle. Away from the acid spray. Ushi is gonna be the main man on the front lines, however, so... Lakels comes up, they realize no one's there. And who do they get? Like, that's a big group up. MyPro just stunned himself up too, because he didn't see anyone on the high ground. He was not expecting that. And now Net, the Fidge actually stunning over on the slider. A big echo slam from Ohio, catching out the Dazzle. Will he get back? Yeah, he will. He's still got Shallow Grave available, but the Gyrocopter, no, there's just not enough damage. The Alchemist will actually get Shallow Grave. Huskar's ready to fight. They just haven't achieved enough with this. The Alchemist actually gets the cheese off as well, so they get nothing from that. You'll get the curse, which keeps the Queen of Panda back line. So Lakels, he just goes ham, so deep at the moment, and there's nothing left for Fnatic to do apart from tap out with a GG. They are getting destroyed inside their own base, even inside their own fountain. Maybe Ohio can get something in return, but okay, yeah, no, they can't get jack. This game belongs to Signature.Trust.
Draft from Trust was absolutely sick. Saw that even the execution wasn't quite perfect. It didn't matter. They just had a hero that, no matter what Fnatic did, they couldn't around. Templar Assassin was a decent idea, but they just couldn't let Roshan go. They were split at bottom, and they were able to just take care of it. And that first Roshan meant quite a lot. They lost a lot of map control after that point. Able to punish hard enough.
Well, it